Auditing Standard SA 265 Part 3. Content of written communication of significant deficiencies in internal control. The auditor is required to provide a written communication that describes significant deficiencies in internal control and explains their potential effects. Quantifying the effects is not necessary. The auditor can group together significant deficiencies when appropriate and provide suggestions for remedial action. They should also include management's actual or proposed responses to the deficiencies. The written communication must provide sufficient information to help those charged with governance and management understand the context of the deficiencies. This may include information on the limitations of the audit, indicating that more extensive procedures on internal control might have revealed additional deficiencies. It may also include details about the purpose of the communication and any regulatory requirements. It's important to note that the audit was conducted to express an opinion on the financial statements, not on the effectiveness of internal control. The deficiencies being reported are limited to those identified during the audit and considered important enough to be reported to those charged with governance. Communicating deficiencies in internal control to those charged with governance and management. The first modification involves the removal of an example related to restating prior period financial statements to reflect the correction of a material misstatement due to error or fraud. This example was deemed irrelevant in the Indian accounting scenario, which requires prior period items to be separately disclosed in the statement of profit and loss. The second modification addresses the additional responsibilities of public sector auditors to communicate or report deficiencies in internal control to the legislature or governing body. The standard now emphasizes that the Auditing and Assurance Standards Board standards apply to all entities, irrespective of their form, nature, and size. Therefore, the specific reference to public sector entities has been removed. However, it's mentioned that non-public sector entities may still have similar reporting requirements under relevant statutes or regulations. These modifications ensure that the standard remains applicable and aligned with the auditing practices, taking into account the specific context and requirements of different accounting scenarios. In conclusion, Auditing Standard 265 requires a written communication of significant deficiencies in internal control, providing a description of the deficiencies, their potential effects, and suggestions for remedial action. The modifications made to the standard address specific accounting scenarios and clarify the responsibilities of public sector auditor. By following these guidelines, auditors can effectively communicate deficiencies to those charged with governance and management. Thanks for watching.